Welcome back. Since 1969, the PACE program has been assisting teenage mothers through their challenges to become independent, supportive parents and strong women. Here to tell us more is Patrice Miller, principal of the PACE program. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Mr. Danielson. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Yes. So we were chatting a little bit offline about PACE, and we can go all day. So let's get it started. What is at the core of the PACE program?
What we do here, and the core of what we do, is to provide access to continued education. So we have young mothers as young as 13, and we take them from 13 up to age 17, 18. But there are also other programs that are embedded in the PACE program, such as PACE Moms Plus. And what that is, it's a program for teenagers between the ages of 17, and I say teenagers because we start at 17 and it runs into 25. And that program is really geared towards girls who may not have the opportunity to go back to mainstream. And so we have an additional program for them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so you talk about the PACE program, and what about the PACE school itself? Tell us a little bit about the school and how it functions.
The school, we function just like a regular school, with the exception of the subjects that we may offer. So we have core subjects. We have the math, the English, family and consumer science, religious education, and family life. Well, it's called family life. And then we have the external program, but it's done right here. And that's done. We have a nutritionist that comes in that talks to the girls about healthy lifestyle. We also have the nurse who deals with the pre and post-natal care. Then we have a cosmetology teacher. We have a hair braiding teacher. And all this is done here. We offer computer classes. We also offer Bahamas host. So by the time the girls are done here with the program, either they are ready for mainstream or they go to tertiary education. And of course, some people think the stigma is, if I get pregnant as a teen mother, my life is over. And that's far from the truth, because we have girls who go on to tertiary education and they do extremely well as we have girls with the job market. And so we have a all-around program that prepares our students for whatever they are headed for.
That's definitely very enlightening. You know, when I've heard of the PACE program, I only thought of the high school support. And, you know, that's what most people focus on, is that, you know, oh, how are you going to finish high school? Are you going to finish high school? But there is life that goes on beyond high school.
Yes.
So I'm interested to hear about the tertiary education. So how do you assist the students in finding colleges?
So we also do something that's called COFTA. And that's a program that provides the assistance. And then we have a YDL, a youth development leader, that is posted here in the person of Danica Curtis. And she provides that kind of services for them. And so we have students who go into the University of the Bahamas. We have students who go into BTVI. And sometimes for some of them who may not be at that 16 or 17, and they say, well, you know what? I have done poorly. And so we try to assist them by going into the Atlantic College and some of the other colleges around.
That's great. That's great, because it's, once again, you hear that stigma, once again, that, you know, if a young lady has a baby as a teenager, her life is over. And that's the furthest from the truth.
It is.
Life is just getting started for her and her young one. So tell us about the workforce. Do you find that it's an easy transition to the workforce, or do you also provide some sort of support for them to be able to find work?
We offer something that's called job readiness, and that entails, so we help with the resume, the cover letter, and also Ms. Curtis will go out and seek employment for our students. And so it's not a walk that they take alone. There's always someone beside them throughout the entire process.
That's amazing. That you'll never walk alone. I like that.
Never.
That's a great motto. So tell us about the Character Day initiative.
The Character Day will be celebrated on October 19th of this year. character was really, it started 7 years ago. And the main contributor to that is the Templeton World Charity. They have been sponsoring that, and it helps to build self-esteem in our girls, and not just our girls, across the entire Bahamas. So it builds self-esteem, and we try to build character in order to help them from coming our way. So it's something that, even though we like when they come, we're not saying, okay, go out there and get pregnant. So we try to build that self-esteem, self-worth, so that our girls can understand who they are and build on that.
That's amazing. It's you not only provide support in the midst of some challenging times, going through pregnancy and immediately after, but you help to prepare the minds of teenage girls so they may not find themselves in that scenario.
Yes.
And then once they're done with high school, you help them get to college and get jobs. I mean, this is such an amazing program. You tell me about your team, because it's Nurses Month and we talk about nurses and we know how they support doctors. So tell me about your team at PACE that helps to make this all possible.
Okay, so we have our partners are the Ministry of Education, the Department of Social Services, and then we have a umbrella, and that who protects, preserve, and serve, and that's the PACE Foundation. And so we have a cadre of organizations that contribute to the success of PACE. We also have the clinic, adolescent health clinic, that all of our girls attend up to the age of 18. And so they have been very, very supportive in what it is that we do. Then we also have a full staff, complement staff here that's provided by the Ministry of Education, starting with myself. And then we have all of our teachers, guidance counselor as well. And then we have also school psychological services. They play a big part in what we do. They come weekly to meet with the girls, hear what's going on, and see how best we can help them moving forward. So it's not just the school, it's a cadre of entities that come together to make us successful.
And what you just described to me is, recreating the village to help support the family, to help support that young mother and her child and anyone else who might be in that circle. So once again, it goes back to, we need the village to raise the child.
We do.
So before we wrap up, just tell us quickly, what kind of support does PACE need? You talked about the foundation. How can the public help you in your mission?
What the public can do, we always need carriers. We always need cribs, we always need tubs, we always need formula, night dresses. PACE provide everything that sometimes the family neglect to provide. We become that family and we provide. So the public can help us through donations, whether it's monetary donations, whether it's the crib, the carrier. And the reason why I'm saying the crib, the carrier, and the tub, in order for our students to get out of the hospital, our students will need these items. And so sometimes they don't have them. And so PACE provide those items for the students.
That's fantastic. This has been such a great interview, ma'am. I'm so impressed with PACE and the work you guys do. It's been such a joy to have you on the show this morning. Patrice Miller, the principal of the PACE program. Before we wrap up, 2 seconds. I know you want to say hi to your sister. Go for it.
I want to say hi to all of my sisters, especially my big sister, Terry Ferguson. She just celebrated a wonderful, happy Mother's Day. And to all the mothers in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, happy Mother's Day.
Amen. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes. You're watching Mamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.